Hello, everyone. Welcome to First and Not the Exorcist. And today I'd like to talk about why I think Charlie Puth needs to evolve musically. Now, ever since, well, pretty much ever since the rollout for voice notes started happening, Charlie Puth's been one of those artists for me. And when I say one of those artists, I mean he's been one of those artists who I like and support. I'm basically a fan of I'm just like basically like how their persona is, basically, but without much of a reason to like them as much as I do. All right, he's because like in the past with like Nine Track Mind and stuff, which is rightfully considered to be one of the worst albums of all time by many people. I could not stand this guy. I came as close as I possibly could to hating someone that I've never met when I heard Nine Track Mind and well at least all the singles from Nine Track Mind I played endlessly on the radio because that was truly terrible. But thankfully, what really made me a fan of him and made me like him was when the rollout for voice notes started to come out, and especially when I heard that he totally disowns everything from that Nine Track Mind area, all of those terrible singles and stuff. So that's a good thing, right? But as soon as I heard, wow, as soon as I heard Attention, I knew that this guy was gonna be something special. Well, not really like something special, but I knew that he'd finally changed, and yeah, because I like that song like a whole lot, and I was so proud of him and really, just like happy to see all the success that he was having with the voice notes era. Which is why it kind of made me, not feel that good when I saw that the album itself did not do that well. It sold about 50 something thousand in its first week, and only to this day, even though it came out back in 2018, I believe, it's only certified gold, which on Nine Track Mind, which did have significantly bigger singles on it, is double platinum, double platinum, 2 million copies, unfortunately. Anyway, just it's well, it's all not has nothing to do with the point that I'm trying to make. So let's just get straight to the point. So the point is, I think that Charlie Puth needs to evolve musically because I think that the music that he's making now, it's not working anymore because he's basically doing the same thing ever since voice notes, ever since attention became his highest charting solo single. He's basically tried to create that, well not well, I mean like recreate that over the course of some other singles, not with like the same actual topic, but similar styles, similar lyrics, similar sounding songs altogether. But none of them have really caught on as well as Attention, right? So I was, and he kind of fizzled out like right after Voice Notes ran its course and the tour and everything kind of ran its course. He just kind of went into the background. I just didn't hear anything from him for a while, right? So I was just wondering what was going on with him. But then I kind of heard some stuff about him, like he was going viral on TikTok and stuff like that. And I'm not on TikTok. I've been on there like 3 times with 3 different accounts, and yeah, it's just not for me. But yeah, I heard he was making some noise on TikTok, but then he came back with the single that he dropped earlier this year, I believe. It was earlier this year, right? Yeah. It was early. It was like January. He dropped Lightswitch, his comeback single, and I was surprised to see that it debuted pretty high, and it was pretty stable on the charts for a good amount of time as well. I think for like around 10 weeks, it was around the same spot, which is solid, great. The only problem is that the song is not good, right? Because I think I don't know, like I think Charlie's gotten pretty stagnant with his style of music. Light Switch, I don't know. It's like it's not as similar as his past singles. but it's still, it's just that one line. Like the whole reason why I wanted to make this video is because of that one line in Lightswitch when he said, well, it's like the biggest line in there. You turn me on like a light switch when you're moving around and around and around. And that just stuck with me for like the worst reason possible, cuz it, I don't know, like that song, like I don't think about it at all, but that line, that one smooth line just stuck in my head, and it's been stuck in my head ever since the song came out, ever since I heard it. You turn me on like a light switch when you're moving around and around and around. And the reason why it's stuck in my head, not because it's catchy or anything like that. It's because I'm just like, the whole time I'm thinking, this is a 30-year-old man. He turned 30 like in December, I think, of 2021. And this is a 30-year-old man saying, you turn me on like a light switch when, well, when you're moving your body around and around, right? And it just turned me off. It just sounds so juvenile to me to hear a 30-year-old man say that, right? And it was then and there that I decided that I was gonna make this video. But like, procrastination got the best of me, but things happened since then. And then, like, as I was just about to record it, right, I heard he had like that same night that I was gonna record it, he dropped That's Hilarious, like the single right after his second single for 2022. And I liked it enough at the time to say, well, like, maybe, this one sounds a bit different. I guess he's starting to switch it up. I guess it's gonna get better. But then after going back to the song, I realized that no, that was just procrastination telling me that the song was better, because this one's not that good either. And the video's super cringy. And then I swear, honestly swear, I was about to record this video last night, Friday night. And then I saw that he dropped a new single with Jungkook of BTS, of all people, Left and Right. So I listened to it, and just like pretty much most of his past singles ever since Voice Notes, it's not bad, but it's not significant. It's not. It just went in one ear and came out the other. Like if you've got freaking Jungkook on your song, and it doesn't stand out at all. Like, he just shows up, and then nothing happens. He just shows up, and it's like this thing. It's like I saw it trending on YouTube, right? I saw it trending at like 5 or 10, somewhere around there, and it had like 14 million views, right? And well, and usually, because Charlie's a pretty big singer. Well, not in, like, ever since the Voice Notes era ended, but he's had some misses with his singles not charting or anything like that. But with Light Switch, they kind of came back. That's Hilarious almost charted, but it did not chart. But Left and Right, for sure, I'm sure it's gonna do at least decent. It's gonna at least be in the top 50 of the Hot 100, right? But it's still not good. That's the problem. It's not good enough. All right, Charlie needs to switch it up. It's like even though it's not that similar to his post Voice Note stuff, like all the stuff that he drops in, it's still pretty similar. It's still kind of similar. It's still similar enough to be associated with that. And the thing that I, because I like Charlie, like I said before, I like Charlie as a persona. I like and I like his music, especially like at least the Voice Notes era of Charlie, right? Even though I kind of have not that much of a reason to like him as much as I do, and see him succeed as much as I do, because I don't even like that much of his music. But it just stands to reason that I like the guy, right? So I don't want to see him go stagnant. I don't want him to end up as one of those, like, one of those guys that had a run with a solo career, but then it kind of faded out. So now he's sticking to like the bottom barrel pop audience, and like a bunch of EDM songs and stuff like that, right? But he's not at that point again, because like when Charlie came out, right, sounding the way he did on Nine Track Mind, it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I, and I kind of give him a pass at that point, because I thought, it's just a young kid, maybe he's like 18, 19, 20, maybe around like 22 at the very most, right? But turns out the dude was in his like mid 20s and stuff, right? Well, that was like back in like 2016, wasn't it? It was like in 2016. 2015, right? 2015. But the dude was older, cause like him and Shawn Mendes blew up around the same point in time, and I thought that they were around the same age, cause Shawn right now, he's like what, 23? Like 90% sure he's not 24. He's like 23 now, so he was hella young back in the day when he blew up. But yeah, Charlie's 30, but he's making music like he's still in his early 20s. Like, I don't know, because there's a bunch of singers these days. Well, I don't mean to be that guy, but they're mostly male singers who kind of do this thing of like just kind of measuring around, like they just kind of stick around because they had some huge songs in the past, and the thing is that Charlie doesn't have to be like that. Like, like they just kind of like they get noticed enough, right? Because they've had hits in the past, and they're just kind of okay with that, just serving the bottom tier of the pop world. Well, like, I can't say just men, because there's women doing it too, but men mostly, significantly. But and Charlie, like, he doesn't need to do that really, because he's I think that he can be great at something, but right now he's just barely good at what he's doing with his most recent singles. Like, ever since 2019, when he came back with "I Warn Myself," right, and I thought that was gonna, when I heard that he was finally dropping a new single after Voice Notes, I thought, I thought, okay, it's time to enter this new era, but nope, he's the same guy. He's basically stayed the same. He kind of grew up with Voice Notes, from like when you compare Nine Track Mind to Voice Notes. Voice Notes is kind of more mature, and that's like the best way for an artist to go, is to keep maturing, because you're not going to be the same age all the time. You can't just make the same kind of music all the time, all right? Not everyone can pull off what friggin' Pitbull does all the time. Like, he's still making music like he's 25 or something. All right, but yeah, Charlie can't keep this up for long. All right, I'm kind of seeing that as the future. He can't, if he keeps making songs like Lightswitch, and that's hilarious and left and right. I don't see him sticking around. I see him kind of fizzling out, and just kind of like keeping a bit of relevancy, just based on the hits that he's had in the past, because he's had a significant amount of hits. All right, he's had some heavy hitters, like multi-platinum songs and stuff like that. But yeah, what he's doing now, he's not growing, and I think that the lane of pop that he chooses to stay in just isn't serving him very well, serving his talents very well, because it's not something that he can control. But his voice, he has a like his voice hasn't changed at all for like 6 or 7 years at this point, since he's blown up. His voice has stayed pretty much the same. So I think that it's basically time for him to move on. I think it's time for him to try something new, try something better, because it's not working, and it's not gonna keep working. All right, Light Switch kind of became a nice, solid B tier hit. All right, but that's not gonna happen for long for Charlie. All right, so I just hope he switches it up. I hope he doesn't stay stagnant. Maybe he can try something. I don't know. Just like, cause that's his thing. I don't know. I don't know what Charlie can do to be better. I have no idea. But it's certainly not what he's doing right now. That's for sure. So I just hope he he switches it up in the future. Hope he tries different styles. Maybe he can try changing his voice up a bit. Maybe, maybe who knows? Maybe that can help. But just experiment, all right? Like I see this guy at a piano all the time. Everyone's talking about how he's got like perfect pitch and he's so musically talented, like a producer and a writer and stuff. Because I see that he's even written a bunch of hits for other acts, right? But he's just but like just explore that more for your own music instead of making this basic stuff, right? Just try something different. See if it'll fit better or something. I don't know. It's just he's been average ever since voice notes ended. Like like he's just been average. Basically, he's just stayed at the same level. He's not maturing. And as a male, and well, just like any gender pop artist, like you have to evolve. You have to evolve at some point. Otherwise, you're just gonna get left behind. And I don't want to seem left behind. So yeah, I just hope he finds a different style, and I hope he just gets better and just continues to see success. Because right now it's looking kind of shaky, honestly, and he's supposed to be dropping his third album, self-titled Charlie. Pretty sure it's this year. Pretty sure it's this year. So yeah, I'm kind of talking in circles right now, so I'm just gonna end the video right here. Yeah, so that's it. Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you think that Charlie should switch things up and try different styles of music? Do you think that his music, at least ever since 2019, has been as average as I think it's been? Or do you think that he's fine and he just needs to keep going doing what he's doing right now? So just let me know in the comments below. I love to see comments. I only see them like once a month, since only a few people choose to leave them. And anyway, so yeah, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to know when I upload next. This has been Phrasing Out the Exorcist. Should Charlie Puth evolve? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it. God bless. Goodbye.